frustrated guy for 3 years. This last sexual encounter, 1997. And one guy criticized me. Oh, you need to change your video. You got the title wrong. You said 30 years. Well, it's been 27 years. Okay. If I got to change it to please you, I'll change it. Let me tell you about that sex encounter. 1997. I was 40 years old. I had just gotten out of a mental hospital again, and about a week before for depression, suicidal, depressed, lonely. I was in Lakeland, Florida. And for some reason, when I got out of that hospital, I had this epiphany or something. I don't know what it was. I felt this urge to go to this sex club. I had been going to sex clubs for about 8 years, swingers clubs, out in these boondocks, these country swinger clubs. I probably went to them 20 times. They cost me $50 to go. Never had sex a single time until June 25th, 1997, my 40th birthday. So 3 or 4 days after I got out of the hospital, I felt this, and I still today don't know what caused it. I felt this power, this urge to get in the car and drive. It's way up north of Orlando. I had to drive 95 miles from Lakeland, Interstate 4, all through Orlando to a place called Orange City. And there was a sex club up there. It was Charlie and Caroline's. And they just called it Charlie's. I don't remember. It was out in the 10 acres secluded property. And that night, I got there, and I was calm, and I was excited, and I was positive. And usually I never eat food. I just starve myself to death. This time I just took my time and ate the food they had and buffet. And all of a sudden, this woman started talking to me, and she wasn't very pretty. But she got to talking to me and making fun of an X-rated video that was playing on the TV. I said, "Hey, you want to go out one of the buildings? They have these outbuildings. They got these buildings on the property. You can go in there and they got beds. They got school buses. You can go in and have sex. It's just like a little shack." We went out there, and man, it was a wonderful sex. It wasn't nothing. It weren't nothing like what happened to me in Atlanta, but it was, of course, then I could function. Had no problem with erection. I mean, she blew me for, this woman, probably not 30 minutes, this one in 1997. And I didn't do near as much oral on her. I mean, she wasn't very attractive, but still, the point is, it was wonderful. It was good. And it came about because I was positive and happy and met her, never saw her again. So that was my last sexual encounter. June 25th, 1997, and within days, I plummeted back into depression. So I said, God, I had to drive 100 miles to get laid. People here, they don't have to. They just meet people locally or have partners. I fell back into self-pity, and that was it. The dry spell that lasted 27 years. So, the moment that I started reading books and going to therapy is when it all changed for me, and I lost my power. I lost my power. Another thing about sex, you can't overcome a need. A lot of people think, you can overcome a need. You can ignore a need. You can figure out, if you have a high need for sex or food, you try overcoming the need for food and see what happens. A true need, and I believe sex for men is a true need, you can't overcome it. You can deny it. You can repress it. You can lie to yourself about it. You can become religious and become a pussy. That's the biggest pussy of all. You can pretend it's not there, but you can't overcome it, and it's going to bite you in the ass. You're going to die a lonely old man one day. Another thing I forgot to mention, then I know I'm jumping around. I got 30 minutes right now. I only got about 8 more minutes for it. I got to quit. I had a bankruptcy. I carried $22,000 of loan of credit cards for 8 years. I'm paying $800, $900 a month. I'm paying $9,000 a year on interest. I tried everything I could for 9 years. I made the payments to keep my credit from tanking. Well, my credit score was only 630 anyway because of the debt ratio. I tried to get loans. No one wanted to help me. I said, finally, fuck it. In August, I filed Chapter 7, total liquidation. It cost me $2,800. All I had to do was pay $400 down, and I'm paying $100 a month. Hang on just a minute. Hey.
Hey there. It's cold out here. Do you mind?
Yeah, come on in. Let me turn the video up. I'll go out, okay?
Okay.
Is there an issue?
No, sir. This is just more of a well-being check.
Hang on. Stop a video here.